Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to do the round 14 reviews of, my tips. I got 5 out of 6, which is not bad, and I'll do the round 15 tips. So without further ado, let's get into it. But make sure, please subscribe to my channel, because I will have at least 3 videos a week from starting next week. So I'll try my best. And there'll be streams and stuff coming on as well. So, yeah, I'm still tired from that 11-hour stream that I did. Most of it's just me sleeping. Alright, so let's get into it. So, Thursday was Richmond versus Carlton. I tipped Richmond by 5 points, but they won by 15 in the end. Alright, so the next one was Friday night, 7:50 at Marvel Stadium. St Kilda lost by 35 points in the end, or 37, something like that. But yeah, Essendon were just way too good, and yeah, some big questions at St Kilda needs to be answered before the round 20, I reckon, in my view. So we got Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide versus Sydney, and we know how that ended. Port Adelaide won by 23 points in the end. I didn't watch any of this game, so I can't really comment. I streamed this game at Optus Stadium. Well, not streamed at Optus, but at home. It was West Coast versus Geelong. Geelong won by 3 goals. Wasn't convincing at all. I don't know what Geelong were really doing. We're terrible after the bye, so we can't really use that excuse in a way, but we're still terrible after the bye. But, West Coast fielded their best side all year, and, it showed, definitely. So, plenty of improvements to come for West Coast. They've got the highest scoring game, and it was Bulldogs by 20 points, 125 to 105 at Giants Stadium on Saturday night. Probably obviously the best game. Not all year, but definitely up there in the top 10. Then we had Gold Coast beating Adelaide at Metricon Stadium Sunday, and it was by about 40. I think it was about 43 points in the end, or something like that. So let's get into round 15. We've got 10. How many more rounds? I'm not sure how many more rounds we got. So we've got about 9 or so more rounds, possibly 8. I actually can't count. Anyways, let's go into the Thursday night game at the MCG, the home of footy between Melbourne and Brisbane. Now, I'm tipping Melbourne. No, I'm actually not tipping Melbourne. I'm tipping against Melbourne, and I'm tipping Brisbane Lions to win by 6 points. I don't know. I just have a feeling that Brisbane will actually show up, and Melbourne will be sliding down the ladder a little bit more. So that's my opinion, and hopefully I get that right. So we got the Friday night game at Marvel Stadium. Western Bulldogs versus Hawthorne. Now, I can't really trust Hawthorne, especially with their inconsistent football. Like, they've beaten some top teams like Geelong, and they've been beaten by some average side. But yeah, I just can't really trust them. And knowing my luck, they're probably going to win. But I'm tipping Doggies by 25 points, down to the wire sort of stuff. But then Doggies would just kick away. So we got West Coast Eagles versus Bombers at Optus Stadium. And it's about 8:40 on a Friday as well. Okay, didn't expect that. But I'm going to go on an upset. I'm going to tip West Coast Eagles to win against the Bombers by 20 points. Or it'll be an average game, let's just say that. So the next one is Saturday at Marvel Stadium, 1:45. Interesting time, but I love those time slots. So we got Carlton versus Freo, a big clash, and it'll definitely be game of the round, if not the Geelong and Richmond game. So I'm going to tip Carlton by 1 point. I reckon it'll be a really close game all game. And I don't know, I feel like the scores will be going to be 80 Carlton to 79 Freo. I just get that feeling. I don't know. I could be wrong, which I probably will be. But anyways, let's move on to the MCG game that everyone's been talking about. Probably not. But anyways, let's get into it. So we got Geelong versus Richmond at the MCG. I can't go to this game because I'm working, unfortunately, but I'm going to tip Geelong by 3 goals. I reckon it'll be a good clash, especially with Dusty and Danger coming back into the lineup as well, so that's awesome. So the next game is 7:25 at the SCG between Sydney and St Kilda. Now I'm going to tip St Kilda to win by, I don't know, 7 points. It'll be a close game all game, but I feel like St Kilda will just be a little bit too good. Next game is the bottom of the table is North Melbourne versus Adelaide Crows. Now I feel like Adelaide are just going to be far too strong, and I'm going to tip them by 6 goals. It's going to be an average game, and the skills levels will be very, very poor. But I just feel like Adelaide is going to be too strong. Next game is very, very much crucial for both sides. Now it's Collingwood versus GWS. Now Collingwood are 9th. I actually had them 17th at the start of the year, which is crazy to think where Collingwood are now, but I feel like Collingwood will win at the MCG. GWS are terrible at the MCG, if I'm going to be completely honest, so I'm going to tip Collingwood by 10 points. Now, the last game is the Adelaide Oval between Gold Coast Suns and Port Adelaide, so I'm going to tip Gold Coast in an upset again. I feel like there's going to be a few more upsets this round as well, so I'm going to tip Gold Coast to beat to beat Port Adelaide by 5 points. I reckon this is going to be one of the closest rounds with all the margins. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, there'll be more videos coming very, very shortly. But yeah, I'm about to sneeze. Nice. Anyways, thanks so much for watching the video. Yeah, there's about 90% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed, so if you are one of those 90%, please subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. Every other YouTuber said, copying what they're saying, to be honest. But no, look, I'm going to be consistent with my uploads again, like I did, sort of like last year. But they're going to be more interesting and intriguing videos that I'd love to, and I'm looking forward to editing as well. So yeah, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching, and peace.